My name is Kool from the group the Numarx.
Kool, get on the mic.
Yeah, I started getting into hip hop probably as a young kid, the late 70s, early 80s. I remember sitting in my cousin's car and he was playing Spoonie G. Up ahead, there was a terrible fight, there was a big fight. And I was like, oh no, you know what I mean? And I remember he played it over and over. And then me and my cousin Junie Jam, who was also in the Numarx, we was listening to it. And that's really like, not thinking this is hip hop, but like all the music we was hearing on the radio from Marvin Gaye and everything, from all the old school R&B artists. But when we heard Spoonie G, I was like, man, I like this. And it's probably like one of the first records we really learned all the lyrics to. I was in middle school when DJ Spen came to me about he wanted to start a DJ group called the Numarx. There was already one DJ group that was on the radio, WEBB, and the AP crew. And I think they were mixing with like 5 or 6 turntables, 6 or 8. And Spen had did a cassette, like a pause mix, because that's what they was doing back in the day. He did a pause mix with Sing Sing. And he let me. We was in school. He let me hear the tape, and then he told me that he wanted to start a DJ group, like the AP crew, and it was me, Spen, and Wayne Beatmaster Moses, because all of us was in the same school. And after school, we would go over to Wayne house, and we would sit around and listen to WEBB, because at one time the AM station was the only one rocking hip hop. WEBB, they probably was doing it before WWIN, but we would listen to the AP crew and listen to some of the other New York stuff, listen to some New York hip hop that they had on the station, and then we made a decision we was gonna walk down to WEBB and take one of the mixed cassette tapes that Spen had did. Got home and they actually played the tape. They played the mixtape, and from then we got it together, man. And we linked up with Virgil Sims, which was our first manager, and all the rap groups would come to Baltimore, and Virgil would link up with the promoters, and it was like we was opening up for every act that came to Baltimore. And back then it was the Fat Boys, it was LL Cool J. At one point it was Roxanne Shante, and not only us from Baltimore, you had the Uno Girls and you had the We Rock crew, and it was 4604, Disco Skate, they was the same, Rhythm Skate, Plato's Wheel. We even did shows down the Civic Center, just opening up for everybody, and Virgil would make that happen. And every year we would do something out Cherry Hill Day out the park, and back then it was just all love and all hip hop. The rap thing came with the Numarx when the We Rock crew locked the city down. You know what I mean? You had Terry T, Jeffrey G, Universe doing their thing, and like everybody loved the We Rock crew. So we sat down and Spen made a decision, because actually Spen put everything together with the group, and he was like, you know what, Rod, I want you to rap. We gonna get into this rap thing. And in the beginning it was just me rapping on my own, and I was okay, because I really had to get that technical back then. But I wrote some rhymes, and when I wrote them and I read it back to myself, I would be like, this ain't it. But then when I had Spen and Junie and Beatmaster Moses behind me with the track, and I realized it had a lot to do with what you said, but the delivery is what made the crowd go crazy. I was the rapper for about a year, doing shows. They DJ, I would rap. And my cousin Junie actually went to Woodlawn with Kevin Lyles, and they was neighbors. So Kevin would come over my cousin Junie house, and Junie would be DJing, I would be rapping, and then Kevin would start writing rhymes. And it wasn't a thing where me and Kevin would battle. It started off as rapping, but then I realized, like, well, if he writing a little bit better than I'm writing, so our chemistry was there, because like me and Kevin would go down there and we would rap for hours. And once again I told Spin, when I was doing the rap, you know, our crew always had Jeffrey G and Universe. I was like, Spin, I want to bring Kevin on because we need another rapper. We would do the 9 o'clock mix for V103. Spin and then would do the mix, and we would rap on every mix. We was doing commercials for clothing stores in Oxon Hill. It took off from there, man. It was a great time. When we did when we came together and decided we were gonna do an album, and we was like going over the type of songs to put on there, like the I'll Remember Your Name, the ABC rap that Kevin did. It was really a song that he was doing where I think the inspiration came from his mother. Like, you all need to do a song that probably could teach kids their ABCs or something. So Kevin, you did the ABC record, I'll Remember Your Name, which was a great record. I thought that was the baddest record in the world. Kevin did it. And then you know, we did Rhyme So Deaf. When we came on Rhyme So Deaf, we thought that was gonna be our banger. We said, this is it, you know. And then the whole time we did when Girl You Know It's True came about, it was a thing where it was a lot of artists who had love records, like Heavy D had Girls and Girls They Love Me, and you already knew about LL, I Need Love, and you had a lot of guys that was doing a lot of romantic hip hop. So Kevin actually called me and was like, Rod, we need to do a love rap. That's what he said. We need to do a love rap. Let's do and you know, right then and there we was like dipping and dabbing. Everybody was coming up with Girl, I Love You, Girl, It's True, Girl. And then I guess when we all came together at Spin House, that's where the Girl You Know It's True. And actually on our version of the song, that's Spin and Kevin actually singing the hook. And Bill Petaway is he was one of the producers on the record. Bill Petaway, believe it or not, Kevin, the way Kevin and Spin and Wayne met Bill Petaway, they was working for a company doing telemarketing. And one of them actually reached out, called Bill to sell whatever products he was selling. And they heard music in the background, and one of the guys, I didn't tell you, I don't know right offhand whether it was Wayne or Kevin, but one of them was like, well, what's the music in the background? He said, well, I got a studio, I write music, I'm in a band. And Kevin and Wayne was telling him, that's what we do. You know, I'm part of a group. And we linked up, went out in Nashville to Bill House, and you know, Bill actually discovered Tony Braxton. Yeah, so he helped us with Girl You Know It's True, and when we did the Girl You Know It's True record, it was a thing where we was trying to get signed to a major label, and we sent the record over to London to I think the label in London was Chrysalis Records. We sent the song over there, and the guy that runs Chrysalis loved the song, but we was more hip hop. That ain't what he was looking for, and history. Milli Vanilli was his group. And Milli Vanilli, and the thing is, Milli Vanilli made the record, and being at 16 and 17 and 15, 16, 17 years old, when you first hear somebody else do your song and you want to be the hot thing in the street, you have an issue with it. We was like, you know, but then once we learned about publishing, we was like, you know, and writers' rights, we was okay with it. We was okay with it. It turned out pretty good for us. Well, we go back. Me, Spin, Kevin, Junie, Wayne, we still are in touch. We still brothers, best friends, and everybody still do their own thing. You know, you know what Kevin do. It's Kevin Lyles, and Spin does his thing. And at this point, my son is in hip hop, so I do a lot of stuff with him behind the scenes. And you can follow him at Rex Too Slick. That's what he called. You know, he called himself Rex Too Slick, and he's South Baltimore Rod on Facebook. And right now he has an EP out on all streaming platforms, a mixtape on Spinrella, and just trying to get his followers up and get out there and make it happen. And I support him. I support him the right way. I tell him when it's hot and I tell him when it's not. You know, but you know how it is. They like to figure it out themselves, and then, you know, kids. Some of the new artists want to figure it out themselves. And as an artist, we did the same thing, so I understand.